Sometimes a little complicated, may have given you a little bit more information than you wanted to know here. Hey folks, Erik Heninger here. Again, we are talking about questions that we are encountering over and over and over again in the litigation process. This question really focuses on plaintiff's lawyers or personal injury lawyers and how we get paid. Prior video we talked about what is a contingency fee and how does it work. Go back and check out that video for more information there. But here's a little unique thing in the personal injury field. There is not one set contingency fee. Traditionally or historically, the fee is somewhere between 33% and 50%. I have seen lawyers do a lot of different things on contingency fees. There are some lawyers who will charge as little as 25% for certain types of cases. It just depends on a lot of factors, probably things that we don't have time to cover in this episode, but we will later, just so you understand the process. But the less risky the case and the less expensive the case it is to work up, the lower the fee is going to be. So here's an example. You have a run-of-the-mill car wreck case. That is likely going to be somewhere between 33% or 40%. There are some lawyers out there who may not have as much experience handling these types of cases, or who are not going to work up the case as much as a typical lawyer who knows what they're doing. Those folks are probably out there willing to charge 25%. Just know 25% of nothing is still nothing. So be careful who you hire. If you're hiring somebody for 25%, you think you're saving some money, probably a red flag for you that you're not getting the compensation that you deserve. So that's just a piece of advice. That's free. Now, if the traditional run-of-the-mill car wreck is about a third, 33%, you move on. Maybe there's something more complicated in that case. Maybe it's definitely going to go to trial, or it's going to have something that's going to have to be litigated. Maybe it involves some commercial vehicle that's going to be a little bit more technical and require some experts to prove. Those types of cases will likely creep up into the 40% range, maybe a little bit over that. Again, that's just because there's more risk on the lawyer and the law firm handling the file. There's going to be more expenses that puts even greater risk. Because remember, if you don't win your case, the lawyer doesn't get paid. So it's a risk on the lawyer taking and pursuing that case. So we've got the low end around 33. The more complicated it gets a little bit higher. Most attorneys handling medical malpractice these days, or even products liability cases, you're probably going to be looking at somewhere between 45 and 50%. Those are the most difficult cases to prove, highest risk, highest expense. And so that's why you see the fee being a little bit more high in those types of cases. In Alabama, there cannot be anything over 50%. And you need to know in Alabama, if it's a 50% fee, the way the lawyer handles how expenses are repaid changes too. So just be aware of that. Again, probably something a little too technical to get into in this video, but something you need to be aware of. You should probably confirm that with the lawyer that's representing you. At the end of the day, I mention that because it is to your benefit that the lawyer follows the ethical rules in dispersing a case that is a 50% contingency fee. All right, so sometimes a little complicated, may have given you a little bit more information than you wanted to know here. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'd be glad to answer them. Otherwise, I want you to hit that subscribe button so you catch all the videos that we do. I know it's going to help you. So thank you. Tune in next time.